Today, we are going to put the big buddy to the test. Every prepper says you got to have one for backup power. Well, it's minus 30 degrees Celsius or pretty damn close to it in Alberta right now, and we're going to test it out. Hey guys, Toolman Tim here. Welcome back to the workshop where we create community, find freedom, promote preparedness, and share success. Back to the workshop with another review for you. This is going to be a good one today. I went out and bought a big buddy heater a couple of months ago, and I decided I was going to wait until it got damn cold to test it out. So if you're on YouTube and you're like, well, I've been looking at one of these, I really need a backup to a backup for my emergency power. Well, this could be it. So real quick, I'm going to show you some of the accessories that come with it. Then we're going to go out to my wife's she shed, which is completely uninsulated. It's a plastic building, coming from Costco. We're going to set this guy up there, let it run for half an hour, and see how it makes out. So in the box, what do you get? Just this guy right here, the Big Buddy Heater, made by Mr. Heater. I bought the Mr. Heater brand up in Canada. I got it at Canadian Tire. Down in the States, you can get it just about anywhere. If you check it out, I think the Canadian and the Massachusetts one say not safe for indoors, but it's exactly the same. I'm not saying use it indoors, but in a shit hits the fan situation, this could save your butt. So all you get is this. Now I made a couple of upgrades because normally this guy right here will just run on two 1 pound tanks of propane. Now, I get these at campgrounds when they're left behind. I bring them back and I refill them, but I really don't like using these because they freeze up, they run out, they're no good for nothing. So I got a 30-pound tank right here. And I bought a couple of upgrades. I bought I believe this is a 10-foot hose I got on Amazon. I'll have the links for all this in the description below. But it's an adapter that allows that to screw into the normal piece there and run out to a normal 20, 30 pound regulator. Hooks right onto the big tank. So that's your first thing. Now, the biggest issue with that though, is you got this rubber hose here. And inside here, there's some orifices that will get clogged up if you use these rubber hoses. They say, you know, it's just kind of a luck of the draw. It can happen, it might not. But to be safe, you need to buy one of these little inline filters as well. Let's see if we can take it out here and show you. And all this does is catch any of that rubber or anything that breaks off of the hose and gets inside. That's it right here. Let's show you this stuff, guys. I'm already out here in minus 30. So that's the little inline filter. So normally you would put a 1 pound tank in here, just like that, screw it on, and set it up. And on this side, there's room for another one as well. We're not even going to frig with that right now. So instead, you'll take this one off. You'll put in your inline filter because if you've already got, there goes that empty propane tank. Good thing it was a dud, eh? There you go. That guy's in. Then you just hook this guy in from there. I found this a little bit tricky, but it's working. I don't know, it's still not doing it yet. So just, there we go. Just screws in just like that, guys. And then this guy goes on your normal 20, 30 pound propane tank, like so. And that's all there is to it. As far as the settings go, you've got a off, pilot, low, medium, and high. Just for the record, this is the very first time I've ever lit a Big Buddy heater. I followed the instructions in the manual. It took me maybe 2-3 minutes. It really wasn't that big of a deal. So I'm gonna pretend like I started over here again, okay? So I always, whenever I open a propane tank, I always just open it a little bit. If you open these too fast, they've got like a pressure check valve or something in there that'll auto lock. So we're gonna open it up a little bit. There we go, you can hear it going in the line. So what you need to do is you press the handle down, go over to pilot, click. Now, normally you would hold that down for 1 to 5 seconds or so to purge the air out of the line. I ended up needing to hold it down for about 10-15 seconds and went back and forth a couple times. Once you do that, you'll see down here there's a little light, the pilot light from the propane that's lit. Now it's on. So now you let the handle up and I can just turn it to low, medium, or high. Woo! Flame comes up in your face. That's it. It's literally that simple. So we're gonna let it run for a couple minutes. Then I'm gonna take it out. We're gonna test the temperature in the she shed before and after a half hour, and we will see if it can actually at least save your life or work in a worst case scenario. Okay, here goes. Phone died twice because of the cold. I took it in and put it on the heat vent. You guys can enjoy listening to me walk in the crunchy snow and get this shit done as quick as we possibly can. I'm going to at least show you the temperature out here in the she shed. This is our winter storage for springtime. So let's turn it off. It's the only one I could find too was my meat thermometer. So a minute ago it was saying minus 27, so we need to give it a minute to calibrate. Well, while it's calibrating, we're going to get this guy going because I don't know how much time we're going to have. There we go. So as of right now, we're getting minus 22. So that's what we'll go with. We'll go with minus 22. It might be a little bit colder. We could let it go a little longer, but it was somewhere in that range. So minus 22.3. Okay, so there it is. There's the temperature. We're going to shut the door up. We're going to let it run for 30 minutes. And we're going to see how much of a difference it can make in this sub-zero Alberta temperatures. Here goes. We're going to go back out to the she shed and we are going to see if it made a difference. Well, I think it did. That's either steam or smoke coming out of there. See if you can see that. Ooh. Yeah, that made a difference. Check this out. Holy crap. You guys see that? The eaves are actually dripping. Okay, in we come. So let's go with, in half an hour, it brought the temperature in here up from 22 to negative 11. So here's my thoughts about this thing. This is a complete plastic shed, open vents to the weather, and I got this thing in here for half an hour and it brought it up 10 degrees Celsius and it's minus 22 to 25 outside. I think this is a pass because what this is really going to be used for me is in a worst case scenario in the living room. We're going to put blankets up and just run this in a 400 square foot living room with insulation. Remember, no insulation in here other than the snow on the roof. The snow is dripping on the eaves. Most of the heat goes out from the top, so if I put it on the floor, it would have heated things up a lot better. Maybe that would have been a better plan. But I'm going to call this an absolute pass. I love this thing. I wanted one of these for ages, and now I know that shit hits the fan, worst case scenario, this guy's going to work. So, guys, if you want to know more about who I am, run by toolmantim.co. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. We got 3 workshop live podcasts every week dealing with preparedness and the entire lifestyle that goes around with that, backup power, the whole works, and 2 tool and gear reviews every Tuesday and Wednesday. So guys, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.